Welcome, friends, to a brand new play of Mount Blade Bannerlord. I am going to start a new campaign here, and we're going to go through some of this early game and stuff together. I thought it'd be fun. I have recently played this. I've recently actually been playing a lot of this, um, and now that I have a bit of a hang
For
of the
500
start,
years, the Calradian Empire dominated the continent.
I thought we'd do this.
Its armies scattered foes before them. The strongholds of proud tribes crumbled beneath its engines of war. From the forests of the north to the wastes of the south, all was brought beneath the standard of their legions. Brutal as the conquest was, the wise agreed that it brought peace. The land, now untroubled by armies, grew rich. But empires, like men, grow old. Leaders lose a common cause. Corruption spreads. Old enemies learn the Empire's tricks and devise new ones of their own. Until one day, the bonds holding the Empire snap. Then comes the Civil War, pitting all against all. A time of hatred. A time of suffering. But also, even in the worst hours, a time of courage and defiance. As new leaders arise, from new places and new peoples, to turn back the tides of destruction and bring forth a new world from the ashes of the old.
Sorry, I'm trying to find a good mic position here. Yeah, so the starting. Woohoo! Awesome. Um, Now we get to pick our culture. In my current playthrough that I'm working on, I'm Empire. And I do like, the extra troop wage and stuff for them, but let's look at some of the others, because I haven't really played many of the others. So, Vinlandians, 5% more renown from battles. That's kind of useful. 15% more income while serving as a mercenary. Oh, that's also pretty awesome. 10% production bonus to villages that are bound to castles. Recruiting lords to armies costs 20% more influence. That's a bit of a problem. If we end up wanting to, create our own armies to conquer with. But the rest of it's pretty good, so let's take a look at the Sturgians. I'm not going to read this blurb for any of them because I really don't care about it. What we want is just this. Recruiting and upgrading infantry is 25% cheaper, and they lose less daily cohesion in an army. 20% more relationship penalty from kingdom decisions. Yeah, that's probably okay. Empire, we have already seen, is 20% less garrison troop range and 25% more influence. Village hearths increase 20% less. I'm not entirely sure what the mechanic does. Village hearths. I assume that it increases their profitability, but I'm not 100% sure. Caravans are cheaper. That's really useful. And less trade penalty. Also pretty useful. No speed penalty in the desert. Daily wages for troops are increased by 5% though. Oh, that's going to make the early game really, really difficult. Let's take a look here. Recruiting and upgrading mounted troops is 10% cheaper. Bonus to horse, mule, cow, and sheep villages. 20% less tax income from towns. These guys are basically like sort of Mongol hordes, I guess. I'm probably not going to play them. I'm not a huge fan of like purely mounted combat, so we're probably not going to go with them. The Britannians, 50% less speed penalty and 15% sight range in forests. That's pretty useful. Towns owned by their rulers have a +1 militia production. Not bad. Build rate for town projects is 10% slower. That's not terrible. So I think it's down to these two. I think it's down to Vinlandians or Britannians. These guys are basically Celts. These guys are basically Mongols. This is kind of like, I don't know, Afghanistan kind of area. Empire is very much Roman Empire. Sturgians are like Nords, kind of. And the Vinlandians, they're also kind of like Romans. Let's go with... Yeah, let's go with these guys. You know what? I think... and you know, I could go through the hassle of like, you know, really, really tailoring this guy, but let's not. Let's just randomize so we find somebody we kind of like. And then, like, fix his hair. That guy's got a weird smile. I like it. Let's go with... Well, that guy's pale as a motherfucker. Let's do 5 more. We'll do 5 more clicks, and then whoever we land on is who we'll go with. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That guy. Okay, cool. We're gonna change his hair though, because I don't like that hair. That's better. His beard can stay. Probably. Fuck it. Yeah, his beard can stay. Do we want him to have any markings? Maybe that. What about this? Oh, you can't really see that. This. Yeah. This. We'll give him a cut on the face. That's cool. And yeah, okay, so let's see him all dressed up. Yeah, he looks good, right? That's good. I like that. Okay, next. Our family. So, who do we want to be? So, what I have learned from previous plays is that, like, as somebody who's starting an army, steward is pretty important. It increases the amount of people you can have in your party. Trade is, at least for me and my playstyle, pretty important, because I like to be able to sell my own stuff, especially early in the game. And I really like smithing. Smithing is a lot of fun. The bow and crossbow, I kind of like them, and it kind of doesn't matter which of the top ones I pick. They're all good, and we're gonna end up with points in all of them, no matter what. So let's see what this changes. Right, so we get a point to polearm, we get a point to riding. Riding is kind of important, and we get a general social up. That's useful because that dictates how much we can learn in that. Okay, so this is charm, trade, and then intelligence. Crossbow, polearms, and endurance. Not bad. Smithing goes up, vigor goes up, and two-handed goes up with blacksmith. Control, okay. And then last is mercenaries. So I don't actually know what roguery does. I didn't really explore that at all last time. I think what we'll go with is actually a Baron's Retainer? Yeah. Okay, so as a child, leadership skills. Cunning. Brawn increases my vigor. Gives me a point in throwing. And a point in two-hand. Not terrible. Not great. Aptitude with numbers. Now this, we might go with that one because that gives us trade, intelligence, and engineering, which is kind of useful later on. Leadership, charm, and social. And skill with horse. Ah, this gives us a little bit of medicine. So medicine is pretty useful. Just go through this one more time. I do like the trade aspect, but I think I will go with extra one more point of riding and a point to intelligence. Yeah, I think we'll go with that. Okay, and so what did we do as a child? Selling products, of course, gives us exactly what we expect. Bunch of social. Hunting game. Gathering herbs. That gives us scouting. Scouting is kind of useful. And it gives us medicine, and we get another point to endurance. That's pretty good. Okay, we're not going to really get into siegecraft for a bit, so I don't think that really matters. But a point or two into smithing would be not bad. So why don't we go with this one? Yeah, let's... I think it's kind of down between these two. Yeah, I think we'll go with worked in the village smithy. And served as a baron's groom. Okay, so this gives us a point in steward. That's going to help us right away. Trained with the cavalry. Ooh, that also is good though because it gives us another option in, or another point in the polearm, which is pretty nice. Another point of riding too sets us up really well, and extra endurance. No, don't like that one very much. Scouts is always good. Bows and arrows are so handy in this game. Yeah, trained with the infantry. That's decent. And, okay, so... I think it's down to either the cavalry or the Baron's groom. I think we will go with... Oh, it's tough. That's a tough one. Let's go with Baron's groom. As I think that will... Yeah, I think that'll be the best for us. Before our life as an adventurer, our biggest achievement was... defeating an enemy in battle. Ooh. Manhunt. Investing money. Oh, that gives us extra smithing, extra social, and a point in intelligence. That one is really good. Dangerous animal. I'm not too concerned about getting a bunch of polearm because I can get that pretty easily myself. Famous escapades, nah. Treat people well. That does give us extra charm and steward ability. So it's down between these two. And you know what? I think we'll go with this. Yep. Like many families in Caldera, your life was upended by war, your home was ravaged, blah blah blah. Parents were slain and your two youngest siblings were seized, but you and your brother survived because subdued a raider? No, that gives us a one-handed, we don't really need that. Gives us control and an extra point in tactics, that's not bad. A fast horse, which gives us scouting. Tricked the raiders, which is cunning and roguery. And what is this one? Leadership. Okay, let's do that. Our name. I guess, you know what? Let's go with Oblivion. I guess let's do, yeah, let's do the easy one for now. I think I can change this later on if I decide to. Okay, so we've got everything set up. It can definitely take longer because, of course, you know, they give us a character creator, and how silly of them to do so, because we could spend forever creating our character if we really wanted to. But we're not going to today. It's been weeks, three days now. We've been tracking those bastards. I think we're getting close. Now we're going to rescue Varric and Alda. So that's our brother and sister. So this is the tutorial if we decide to take it. I've done this before, so I'm not going to. So I'm going to hit skip tutorial. Yeah. Definitely play through it once. If you're just starting the game, a lot of really useful information is in this. But I've already done it once, and I really don't want to go through it again on camera. So, okay, we're going to split up. We're going to search for these guys separately. He's going to send word to me if he finds our brother. Our brother here does actually change per playthrough. Or at least depending on the race you pick, I guess. Because he looked totally different in the last playthrough. He's much uglier in this one. Which is fine. Nezert's Folly. First banner piece. So that's something that you find in the tutorial. The dragon banner, to give you a little bit of a TLDR. This is like it's sort of like the Holy Grail, right? It's the thing that like not King Arthur carried when he united the realms and blah blah blah. So if you can get this banner, you get the 3 pieces, and you can either make a claim for, you know, kind of becoming your own unifying force, or you can support sort of one person on either side of the love the Empire or hate the Empire side things. So yeah, here's our basic loadout. We start with a horse, nice little shield, a spear, and all that good stuff. We can change our, we can change what shows in the bars with these buttons. Pretty useful. And this is our in-town, what we wear in town. So there's 2 different sets of clothes for if you want to, you know, get into that. So we're going to leave the training grounds. We come across a wounded man lying under a tree. Try to dress his wounds. He tells you he's a traveling doctor. Thanks you for your help. Oh, okay, yeah. So he hands us a small bronze artifact. That's the thing that I was just talking about. So we need to talk to a bunch of people. Yeah, there we go. Woohoo! Select your family name. Yeah, I guess, cubed? Like, that sounds stupid, because, like, my username is, of course, Northern Cube, but just putting my family name as cubed seems really dumb. Heck with it. I think we can change this afterwards, so you know what? We're just gonna do it. Now we get to pick our banner. Woohoo! There's quite a few choices, as you can see. We can play with the... Oh, Scorpion. Let's go with the Scorpion. We can play with the colors a bit too. Oh, cool. Let's see. Let's go with that. That combination looks nice, right? And can I make this... Oh yeah, okay. I can make it huge if I want to. Or super tiny. We'll go with kind of in the middle. There, we'll do nice. Like, nice big. We can't change the positioning of this, so there's definitely room for improvement in the banner area, but and we can't layer them, right? So like if I choose this, it's just this. I can't layer the super cool Scorpion on top of it. But, you know. Okay, so where did we start? We started out right near Poros. So, okay, this appears to be where we start the game every time. Technically, as what culture am I? I forget. What did I pick? I think the Vinlandians, right? So I think those are these guys. Yeah. So what I might do is right off the start here, we're going to grab some troops. And it doesn't matter really where we get them from. We'll grab some troops so that we can stay somewhat safe. Haha, yeah, nobody here. Awesome. And then once we've got some troops, we'll head off over to my culture's area. You can increase game speed down here with hotkeys as well, of course. Let's see, troops. We'll take all of them. I have room for 25 in my party right now, which is pretty decent. So we'll grab as many as we can. We'll come down here and grab some from this town as well. A lot of the early game is basically just like hunting down smaller parties of bandits, and goodness gracious, and getting our party some experience and making some money. So we'll take these guys. Castles, you can never recruit from a castle. But you can always recruit from villages, and usually you can recruit from cities as well. Also, so in cities, There's like arenas where you can. There are tournaments that come up every once in a while. If you've never played this before, I'm just gonna go through some of the things that are really useful to do. And one of them is definitely like checking the arena in big cities, because if you win, you can get some pretty sweet swag. Also, for hiring new people, new companions to your team, you'll want to come into the tavern, and then up in this bar, there'll be people to recruit sometimes. Grab these guys. And so it said, yeah, okay, we've got very little grain. So we need a little bit more. Oh, but that price is atrocious. Yuck. No, thanks. 14 bucks per bag of grain? No. No. Let's come up here and see if we can get a better price rate from the village. 17. Oh, that's not better. No. I forgot to check if I could recruit anybody there. That's okay. We'll grab these last little bit of people. Oh, wow. Prices are just crazy. Yeah, so I've got like 2 days until I have no food whatsoever. That is a bit of a problem. Let's come up to this city and see if we can get something. Ah, some looters. Okay, so let's ride these guys down. We're gonna get them. There we go. Okay. Now, I don't always go into battles, but I am going to this time so that you could get an idea. And I like to, especially early on, because you can get a lot more experience. You, as like your own character, you only get experience while you're actually playing in the battle. If you're looking to get that kind of experience. Now, do I have any horsemen? No, of course not. This is too early in the game for that. Okay, so, yeah. Okay, our wonderful tutorial. These guys are going to come charging straight at us. That's super cool. We can control our dudes with F1 through 9. Generally, especially in these early ones, I just tell everybody to charge, you know. And then we'll come through here. Oof. Oh, missed him. Oh, missed him again. Jeez. You can switch to first-person view. I don't find it super useful when I'm riding, though. I actually prefer this one. There we go, we win! Woohoo! Go us! Look at that. We are the best. Renown and morale. Renown is what is going to let us like advance our party, I guess. Take everything. Torn or tattered, which is better? Torn. Okay, so we'll put that on. Nice. Oh, you know what? This is actually even better. And tattered foot wraps. Nope, we've got better than that. Okay, good. So we got one piece of grain. Nobody died. Did they? One person maybe died. After battle, this is pretty common where it takes a second in just kind of like a black area. Oh yeah, so our initial quest here is to make 2,000 dinars, 2,000 gold, right? Get at least 20 men, reach clan tier 1, which is where our renown comes into play, and then hire one companion. All of which is actually pretty easy to do. So there's something... Somebody with a gold quest is in the keep, but because we're a mercenary, they're not just going to let us like into the keep for no reason. We can bribe our way in, or if we have the money, right? Which I don't. Or we can just kind of wait outside until somebody pops out. Because, yeah, so it's this guy. You know what? Haha, I can get around that. Let's talk to... Can I do that? No, I can't, hey? In the same location, yeah. That's okay. Let's trade and get rid of this. All that, $100. Not bad. Let's see. Yeah, so everything is still quite expensive. But we're going to need at least a couple more of these just to survive. So yeah, so we paid 3 gold or 3 dinars in the end after the change from selling our stuff. Okay, so let's look for some more bandits. As we slowly make our way over to this side of the map, of course. Still, yeah, super expensive. Okay. We can increase. Okay, so I like this upgrade menu better, which is up at the top here. But you can do it right in the tree if you prefer. I'm going to do 5 archers and the rest as infantrymen. Perfect. That gives us, we're low on funds, but we've got some good experience. We're gonna come and kill these guys if we can. What's our speed compared to theirs? So we are definitely gonna overtake them. Yeah. Okay, there's only 4 of them, so this should be real quick. Real quick.
Archers!
Excellent. Okay. Missing formations. Right. Okay.
Arrows!
You can if you... Okay, so in here, right, if I decided that I wanted to also have a group that was both infantry and ranged, this slider would allow me to dictate how much, troop percentage, which is pretty handy. Okay, now where are our enemies?
Give them hell!
Let's charge forward.
Oh. Everyone, charge!
Tell everybody to charge, not just our archers. This horse is awful.
Look at them run!
That is a perfect example of what not to do when using spears. When we get some better horses, like really early in the game here, there's a huge sort of bottleneck in what we have available to us. So this guy is so slow, right? But like this dude, right, we're getting up to 47 speed and much higher maneuverability, right? 61 maneuverability, and then when you get later on, right, you get even better. Which, of course, I mean, you all know how tiers of things work, right? So let's lock this. We don't want to get rid of this, and we'll just get rid of everything else. Yeah, so we will eventually get to the point where we're making enough off of everything that we can upgrade pretty quickly and pretty easily. But early on here, what we need to do is basically just look for looters and kill them. Sometimes down on like little peninsulas like this, you'll find bandit hideouts. Cool. Okay, so I gained a level. That's awesome. So this is our skills area. When you gain a level, like level 2 here, generally you'll get either a free focus point or you'll get a attribute point. Attribute points go into this, which ups the base level. You see this learning limit? It ups how much I can learn out of skills that I'm not focused on. And that kind of increases how far down this tree you can get. If you ever want to know what to do to increase things, this button will tell you. So how to learn, gain party morale from food, increase settlement prosperity, and build projects. Right? Party morale from food is pretty simple. All you really need is to have multiple food sources. And then you will get, hey, check it out. And then you'll get party morale. So we're going to talk to this guy. He's going to tell us about... cool. Nezra's Folly. The Great Battle of Penderak in the year 1077. Emperor Neretz led an army accompanied by Khuzaits and Essari to fight a coalition of Sturgians, Britannians, and Finlandians. He died. Woohoo! Oh, so we got to learn both what the initial thing was and about this battle specifically. That's useful. Normally we have to search other people up. We fell on them like a falcon plunges upon a rabbit. They had overextended themselves, chasing the Imperial archers, light foot before our knights. There was no contest. Let me tell you something. 9/10 of victory is recognizing when your enemy has made a mistake. The rash perish as swiftly as the weak, and deserve it just as much. We should have gone on to seize all of the Western Empire. If Dethard had had any manhood, we'd have done so, but his heart was never in the war. He believed he'd broken his oath to the Empire by helping the Sturgians, and it gnawed at him. He'd have made a fine lackey. Instead, he's our king. That's an interesting bit of politics here. So, we have started down the path of gathering some intelligence. So we need to talk to 9 more specific people. So for each piece of knowledge, the pool of people that were there that can tell us things dwindles. And we have to search harder for them. But early on here, these first couple, we can basically just like run around the map and we'll find people that can give us the information we need. If you don't want to fight a battle, right, we can just hit this send troops button and then we get sort of a readout of how our party is doing. Right, so we got 1 wounded, we killed 8 people, 4 of our people got experience. Not bad. 5 wounded means somebody is going to be our prisoner. This is good because we can go ahead and we can what do you call that? Ransom them. Yeah. Upgrade our guys, as long as we have money to do so. And Hand wraps. We'll put those on. They're not good by any means, but they're something, and something is better than nothing. Let's get this guy. Nope. Okay. Let's go to the tavern. Ransom all of our prisoners. And we can get rid of everything that we have. Okay, so 313. Our main party does have quite a drain on our wages. So we want to keep... Oh, goodness gracious. We want to keep as much as possible running down these bandits. For little scraps of money. Okay. Same as before, we're just going to tell everybody...
Dismount!
Dismount. No. What?
Charge!
Charge! Yeah, okay, so there are our enemies. Some of these guys have bows. Cool. I have a very slow horse, so probably. There is a bit of charge damage if you hit people with your horse. Okay, there we go. Nice. So we got 1 point in tactics, 2 points in riding, and 3 points in polearms. And we got 1 prisoner. Fantastic. I like the look of pilgrim hoods better than I like the tattered headcloth, so I will take that. Cool. We're gonna take everything, of course. Meat we'll keep because we will eat that. And as you can see down here, when it loads in a second, there we go. As you can see down here, food variety, is -1. So we're not gaining morale from that. But once we get some fish, we should be. We come in here and we get rid of everything. Yep. We can buy a couple of fish. 7 fish, and let's take a look. So, yeah, we've got grains, meat, and fish. And that should help us with the morale. You can also see here, so the value, right? The last time that we were looking at grain, the value was like 15 or whatever, right? Value here is 21. So if we wanted to, it is entirely viable to buy low, sell high in cities, towns, wherever, the amount of money that they have to barter with is up in this top corner, and the things that they produce you can look at right here, right? So they make grapes, fish, and sheep. So if you had extra grain, this is not a bad place to bring it. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of it. I've given you a bit of a look at this first section of the game. So I think we'll call it here. This has been about 45 minutes, so it's getting a little long now. And we'll pick this up again next time as we go through our area, get ourselves established, and eventually take over the world, which is pretty large. Quite a few cities here. Yeah. So until next time, friends, happy gaming.